Happy Tuesday today. Um, we are we are continuing to investigate into why the tests aren't working, or at least trying to figure out what's going on with those. Um, you're failing again, WebKit. Wait, what? That was like unstyled for a second, but then it was fine. And then you succeeded, one of you, so these are okay, maybe. I bet there's some call that I'm letting through by accident. Something's going on with that. Now there is settings in uh Playwright to automatically retry, but I don't think they take effect here in the GUI. Yeah, look at this. So like some of them are working, some of them are not. When I rerun them, you're happy. Oh, you know what the other thing could be? It could be a shared memory problem. If I'm mutating something in shared memory while they're running in parallel, that could potentially cause issues. We discovered that earlier that the if they're running in parallel, they absolutely do sort of share that memory, which is not great, but I guess understandable. Okay, so we're still on this one. Now, one of the things I was thinking about was just looking through all of the data we're getting back and trying to like look at that carefully. So let's, I guess, change directory into there, and then we can sort of take a look at this. So we have our courses by primary key. This shouldn't have changed anything, right? Courses should still have article IDs. That's just it, right? Um, insert articles 1. Now this is just getting, but I can't remember if I need to. I don't think I have to create a content for it right away. Okay, so get our article titles. Okay, they're both preview here. I'm not getting the content. Update the LMS courses by primary key. Okay. Get article title by IDs. And this is getting the content. I mean, it feels like it should be okay, right? So what's going on with this one? Let's continue diving in. Okay, so visitors should be able to preview a course. Expect the preview links to be visible. Which they're not loading. I suppose we could try. Is there any awaits that I'm missing? I don't think I need an await on this one. Yeah, it says it doesn't have any effect. But again, I don't think that would matter because it's waiting on something else. I'm not getting any logs. And this is the one that's showing that we're not getting the courses, right? Okay, so the only thing I can think of is that for some reason I'm not getting exactly what I think that I'm getting. All right, so if we it was showing that the article IDs didn't take, well, okay, let's just do the trace again. Let's just trace it. So we go to slash, we get the courses. So that gives us the full list of courses, right? So at this point in time, we should have our list of courses, right? So list LMS courses. Oh, look at that. Article IDs is empty here. Oh, that would do something. Is that my problem? Is that I'm getting the list of article? Okay. So, all right, which one is this? This is list LMS courses. Okay, so that list LMS courses is giving us this course list mock data. Course list mock data has no article IDs. I think I have. I think I have. Let's see. Get article title by IDs. I have an article ID with 2, so I think that's the only one I have. So it should be 2 here. So I'm just going to say 2 for all of these. Well, would you look at that? That's exactly what we needed. Okay. Well, that was inconsistent data from my tests. Okay, so everything is passing now. Everything is working. Our let's go ahead and save this off. Okay, so the tests are passing. Okay, what's next that we need to deal with? So this is the ability to preview a course and to I guess like if it's free, you can like look at it while it's free. So I mean, at this point in time, I could potentially write part of a course, mark them as free, and then anybody could come here and sort of start taking a look at it and potentially giving feedback or letting me know how they feel about it. Although there's no real way for them to let me know, is there? I wonder if we need something like that. The next thing would be to have a free course, which would allow you to like purchase it for nothing, to basically just add it to your account if it's marked as free. And then we could potentially do that with you. That might be nice too, because then I could say like, okay, we're gonna do the introduction to you, which is gonna be like the same as the web version. I don't know. I'll have to sort of like think about that. And then we could also just start writing it and then just add new features as needed. Any of those things would work. Uh, I get. Let's clean this up. So if I do cargo, do you have lots of Clippy problems? We do. Okay, so you have a Clippy problem in course nav. All right, so this await, we can delete that. Unused imports, can delete that. Unused import. I wonder if I can leave that trailing comma. I think I can leave the trailing comma on, right? It'll hand that. Alert dispatch not used. Okay, so if you're not used, we'll just underscore you. Wait, if we're not using anything of this, which component? This is course net. Then I don't need that at all, do I? Okay, has props course ID should have the camel case name. So I see this all the time with U stuff where I think there's a macro that's sort of turning into a not camel case name. So we have to fix that. I have to do that file wide though. Is that all of these? Okay, guess that's all of those. Hey, I think that's everything. Okay, so Clippy is now happy, which means cargo check will be happy, and I guess like the last thing would be a cargo fix. Oh, let's fix that first. I guess fix linter issues. It wouldn't be cargo fix. It would be cargo format, just to make sure there's no differences. There aren't any. So we can push you up. And that can... We can watch you run and get that going. So we can maybe plan our next steps now. Okay, so we have our application. What I want to be able to do is get to the point where I can like invite people to come and start like taking a course. Perhaps purchasing. Well, I guess like another idea that I had the other day was um, incrementally like increase the price as I start to add more and more value. So we, for example, start with you and we're building that out and it's going to be preview only. So not even like available for purchase for free until I have like some type of value, very minimal. And then it becomes like, okay, that next level of content is locked behind a free purchase until I start adding like a little bit more value, and then like we start like, okay, it's like $1 or $5 or something like that, and then now you can purchase it. And so if you purchase it at those times, you get it for, I guess, your life, um, or however long we're up, which should be hopefully a really long time. Uh, and then I keep on building out, keeps on increasing prices, more value gets added in. So that way, the reward for anybody doing like the bleeding edge new stuff, uh, and maybe taking an edge off the fact that it's taking a long time to build. That might be a good way to sort of deal with it. So in that case, we would just want to start building it then. And I need a. I don't plan on putting a really robust markdown editor into here, at least not for a while, because I don't really think that I need to spend my time working on that and debugging that and dealing with that. So I need to find a good markdown. Oh, you know what? We can probably use Helix for that. Is there a markdown? What do they use for markdown? Marksman. Okay, so as long as I have Marksman, there's also Markdown inline, which I don't know what the difference is. Okay, Marksman. So I just need Marksman installed, which I bet I could do with Brew. Ooh, and you're good to go. So I can do a let's do a GitHub PR create. Oh wait, before I do this, database needs. So YCL is up to date. You need to be up to date. So we're gonna create a PR for you. This will be adding preview to articles. Or I guess like, yeah, sure, why not? Okay, that will now run. Markdown. Let's see about that. Oh, I guess it would be a different window. Okay, let me see if I could find. I'll log in as my other profile, the one that has access to Homebrew, and see if I can install Marksman. Or we can actually, you know what, might be better. I wish these had links to where to go find them, like the home pages or something. So if we go Markdown Marksman, it's Marksman, right? Yeah. So it looks like, okay, get VS Code uses Marksman, or at least there's an item for it on a marketplace. Okay, so then there's you. Okay, supports Marksman out of the box. However, you need to add Marksman binary to your path manually. How to install? Okay. Oh, that's easy enough. I just need to install that with Brew on that other profile. And then we're going to find out where it is and add it in here. Oh, Marksman was already installed. Ooh, okay. So which Marksman? Okay, opt homebrew bin Marksman, and I think that's going to be the same over here, right? Yeah, perfect. Okay, so I just need to add this to my path, so really that. Actually, do I have? Oh, it's already part of my path. If I can tab it. So, well, I guess I could just use it already. All right. You're good to go. So that was creating the pull request, right? Yes. Now I can merge you in. Okay. So where do I want to put these? I don't know exactly know where I want to keep the articles. Perhaps I want to create like a new tab in here for this. Let's go to my desktop, I guess. I guess I'll just create them here for right now, and then I'll figure out something better. I wanted it to be shared, so maybe something like in Dropbox. I could use a private GitHub repo. That could actually be a good idea. It'd be a private GitHub repo for just sort of maintaining and working on these things. I kind of like that. Let's it's not really going to be code per se. All right. So I have a code folder in here. I think I want to take another, maybe do lessons. And then we'll create a new one in here for like each lesson that we're doing. So we'll do you. I guess what I'll do is this will be u 0. We're on 20, right? For you. Yeah, 0.20. And inside of here, we'll have a bunch of markdown files for each thing. And I'm not exactly sure what the order that I want them to be in. I could create them with like a date stamp of like when I'm going to do it, or maybe that also doesn't really matter. Perhaps I want like an index or a readme. So let's readme.md. All right, let's take a look at Helix here. So if I look at this readme, okay, so I'm getting feedback from this. So that's marked down. That's marked down. Now there's the markdown inline, which I'm not exactly sure what that does. Like what is this? Can it use marksman? Can this markdown do other things? Oh, it can do completion. Which sounds a lot like so if I do something like that, yeah, there's no completion here. If I do test list, if I save you, ooh, you don't like that. As in, it doesn't auto format it, which is unfortunate. Uh, for Markdown, you're supposed to have an extra space between here, so this isn't really formatting for me and helping me out. And it does make me wonder. Okay, so language, we'll do name, markdown inline. Or maybe it's just markdown. I don't know if we need the inline one. Okay, so we'll have formatter. Okay, I'm curious about this. So I have you're saved, right? So I want to marksman. Oh, server. Start LSP server on standard in, standard out. Oh, and then I can hand it something? Maybe? It did not like that. Oh, look at that. One or more errors occurred. Header does not end with expected character sequence. Ooh, okay, okay. So it does do linting. I think marksmin is the command then, right? I don't know if I need any arguments to it. Let's do an auto format. True that. File types. All right, and my syncer should sync that over here pretty fast, I think. Yeah, it's already over here. Oh, so I was really hoping this would just automatically do that for me. So if you're not giving me anything. I was hoping. How are you doing? Okay, so you're good and done. Our last thing was the merge, so you're deployed. So then we can head over here. So our last thing, okay, we need to set this. So sure, deploy course. That submit. Yeah. All right. What other things can we experiment around with this to see if I can get it to work? What commands do we have? Oh, can I use the server? So I want marksman server. Can I echo readme? Oh no, I want to cat readme. And then I want to pipe that into here. Okay. So it saw that and gave me this error and warning. So what other commands can I give it? Oh, do you need this to be an actual Git repository? Maybe I need to do that. Okay. Let's try that. We'll do a git init. Wait, will it be here? It'll be here. Um B4141, hello. It's going pretty well. How are you doing today? Oh, I don't think that will do what I want, but maybe this will now. You're doing great. Great. That's awesome. Didn't really do what I was Hoping that would do. Hmm. Okay. Uh, Marksman. A folder name with a marksman.toml marker file. So I could try creating that. What's going on with the Rest Foundation lately? Because you're not up to date, and how long has it been? There was some drama about a month ago, a few weeks ago, because the Rust project, which is basically the language itself, uh, talked and worked with the Rust Foundation to update, well, to begin the process of updating the terms of service for the trademark information. And the Rust Foundation basically wrote up a document, wrote up an idea of it, and then shared it with the community, and basically said like, "Hey, we want information about this. Let's get like some feedback going, um, and then we'll just like do whatever's next." And that then the internet lost its mind. There were several people in YouTube that basically shared some like, oh, this is like the end of the world for Rust, and that caused a lot of sort of drama going on. Recently, they came out and said like, "Hey, thank you for this input, and we're going to take all of the feedback into effect, and we'll just share with you what the next steps are." And basically, you know, moving on from there. So I everybody sort of like quieted down as they realized that the Rust Foundation is not using this to try to like just destroy everybody who's using their marks. It's more of like, hey, they're actually it we're giving them the benefit of the doubt at this point, essentially. And so everybody's just sort of waiting to see what the response to the feedback is, and if what kind of changes they're going to make to it. And that's kind of it. Right. I want to quit out of view. I want to touch that file, open up Helix again to you. I was hoping that would work and it would yell at me about this, but it's not. Londo Spark, hello. How are you doing today? Sounds great. They would turn down something like that. I hope they don't go full Oracle. I mean, we're all hoping that. The other thing though, and there's been some people talking about how other languages have lost essentially their trademarks, because they didn't the foundations or the language didn't really defend it, and now you have a lot of bad actors going around and claiming that they're official news from the language, and that is also something that we want to avoid. The general sort of like my general advice is always like, don't use official Rust logos in your own like business or product logo. Um, but like within that, feel free to use it because they're very explicit. Like you can use it for education type stuff in a new thing. In the old system, it's actually much more unclear about like what's actually allowed. And I think a lot of people were thinking that it was much more open simply because the foundation wasn't defending their trademark. And so the question is like, is this now gonna allow them to like start doing more defending because they're they're defining it a lot better? But that being said, like defining it better is always a good thing. So we're gonna find out. I believe right now, cautiously optimistic is what the community is. and just sort of patiently waiting. I think that like if nothing were to happen and the Rust Foundation just quietly dropped it, I don't think anybody would even care. Okay, you didn't work. So what we're working on today is I'm trying to figure out how. Well, I've been deploying this out. See, this is. Oh, I just created. Okay, I just created a pull request. Let's now GitHub PR merge this in. And in the meantime, while things are merging and deploying out to production, I'm trying to figure out how I can write Markdown articles in Helix and have the experience not be terrible. What I really wanted to do is lint for me, which Marksman seems to be able to do, and Marksman seems to be a default language server for it. But I'm having trouble getting it to actually do it for me. So I believe that this isn't happy here. I think if I were to do, okay, let's do that. Let's see if we can make it like a legal file, right? So if I do that, I want to do the cat command. Oh, you're still unhappy with this. Header does not end with expected character sequence. What is it supposed to end with? Oh, wait for debugger. So wait for debugger to attach before running the program. Wait, can I do that? Wait for debugger? Like, is it there now? All right, let's try this. Let's do our cat again. You love the Helix editor so far? Yeah, it's been really nice. It's like some things like these where we have to like spend a little bit extra time to figure out how to make it work. Um, okay, so that doesn't seem to be doing anything here. So I've now created this Marksman TOML file. I'm playing around with that. Okay, they have configuration. Okay, so markdown files, TextSync full. Okay, so I mean, there's not very many options there. So Helix supported out of the box. You need to add marksman binary to your path manually. Is it not in my? Well, it is in my path, isn't it? Yeah, I've been using it. Isn't it's clearly in my path? Or is it that in line that I need? Or we can also, you know what I can also do is I can try taking away this, deleting you. That should, yeah, okay, so you're gone. You're still deploying. Let's try rerunning Helix here. Now if I delete you, like I was hoping they would like come up with another list item there. Like it feels like what it's giving me is highlighting and nothing else. Which I wonder if that's the inline. I wonder if that's this markdown inline, and I wonder if I can tell it to do marksman for this. Okay, let's try markdown inline helix marksman. Let's see if anybody else has done this. And then I need you to be here. Ooh, unable to get working on helix. Oh, you're right. I forget. We can do that command. I completely forgot that that's a possibility. Okay, so configure language server marksman binary for language server, so it found the right one. Configure debug adapter none. So debug adapter. So that's the same as mine. Get the symbol picker with S, but nothing else. No linting. Yes, this is what I want. I want linting type stuff. Wait, what? That's a thing? Oh, yeah, okay. So it auto completes that. So that's Helix auto completion though, right? Not marksman. Okay, so this is closed as basically not going to implement. That's too bad. I was really hoping that we get all those features, but it's not sounding like they're they're able to do that. Yeah, so we want all the features that Marksman has, but we're not getting those. So Marksman basically says like, look at all these things that we can do. We can do um it can do debugging type stuff, which one would think would be really nice, but I don't think that's exactly what I guess I don't understand why that's not working here. Let's see if maybe more things. Zizeth, hello. I'm using you? Yes, I am. I take it you don't like it, or okay, say Zeth. Say Zet. Hello. Good morning. How are you doing today? Also, welcome. I take it you don't like you, right? Or maybe react like things. It's a joke because the name, right? Yeah. Um, it's I like the hey, what are you gonna work on? I'm working on you. Okay. We are currently trying to figure out how to get Markdown to work in Helix. And by Markdown to work, what I really mean is Markdown linting to work. Uh, Maybe there's a better language server for Markdown linting. So like, what about Markdown linter? So Markdown linter CLI terminal, something I can install with Brew. Oh, you come up with some terrible puns. Get a little rusty, if I may be so bold. I mean, that's pretty accurate. But you just have to try. And as long as you're able to be somewhat similar, somewhat reactive, then things are going to be fine. I'm sorry, that was terrible. That was like that didn't even work. Sorry, I was hoping that I could force that somehow, but I don't think I. That was bad. You have to mark me down. I deserve that. I deserve that. The other frameworks are not quite as good as at creating puns, which is sad. So Markdown tutorial inline code. Oh no, that's not the same thing. Inline code. No, I want. Love to see someone pun on Leptos. That's what I was thinking of, but I can't imagine a pun for Leptos. If you wonder, I have Rustlang org official book open another window, but you're not learning Rust. You're recalling it, already used to write a few things with it. Oh, nice. Yeah, Rust is one of those things where like if you understand sort of like the basic core idea, then it'll come back pretty fast. All right. Well, I I guess like maybe what I want is markdown linter. I want a linter. Text lint. Oh. Pluggable linting tool for text in markdown? So this okay, so I install text lint and then I run that and it's going to yell at me saying, "Oh, that doesn't seem to be good." Well, okay, actually this like having some kind of text linter for like actually writing English would maybe actually be a good idea potentially. I don't know. But what you're not doing is you're not helping with actual like I wanted to lint mark down, like not the content. Okay, there's markdown lint. 1.5 thousand stars. That's nice. They have packages for everything. Okay, so it's markdown lint. So MDL. They have a Node.js version, but how about Homebrew? They might have it. MDL. Okay, let me see if I can find it over here. Brew search MDL. I I'm not seeing an actual MDL. Well, research markdown lint, all one word. I see a markdown lint CLI. Okay, give me info about that. Oh, CLI. Okay, a CLI for Node.js style checker and lint tool for markdown files, maybe. And then there's a version 2. Fast flexible config based CLI for linting markdown files. Okay, so that one is stable 0.1, 0.7.2, and the other one is 0.34. Okay, so that CLI seems to be the more recent one. Unless like 2 is the more. Oh, can I see like the dates? I can't see the dates. This would be this thing down here that I'm talking about. So they have CLI. Oh, these are similar projects but limited. Okay. Wait, so can I only. I can only install this from Ruby gems. I don't want to do that. Packaged in some distributions. Okay, so not homebrew. So similar project. So Markdown lint. We're gonna go here. So there's 2 versions of this, which I'm guessing the second one is the better one to use. Okay, lots of configurations to do. Linting. I'm looking for any install information. Otherwise, I'm just going to use the brew one. Okay, usage. Fixing things. Okay, that's good. All right. Okay, so it wants you to install it with npm. Well, that's okay. I'm going to install it with homebrew. Okay, brew install. Markdown lint CLI 2. Now, using I should be able to use this manually, right? It's hard to tell exactly where that is. Okay, let's take a look here. So if I do markdown lint, okay, let's go to you. Okay, so that is okay. Install brew use command line. Oh, is it actually just full markdown lint CLI 2? It's not auto completing that. Ooh, but okay, that works. So if I like cat readme and I pipe this to markdown lint, no, mark that. You don't care. Okay. How do you work? Oh, so I just tell it what file to do and it sort of figures it out. I wonder if it'll just work. All right, let's try this. So over here, languages. Let's try adding a new language for Markdown with this thing. Okay, name equals down formatter. Okay, command is going to be that entire thing. We'll try just that. We'll do an auto format equals true. File types MD. Okay, So if I write you, we know we get it over in this profile pretty quickly. So I can helix up this right away. Now, if I sort of like delete you all, I was hoping that would just like magically work. You're not showing any problems. Symbols it still finds. Okay, so symbols it knows about. That rule, I bet. Are there other things that we need to tell you about here? So maybe not formatter. Maybe in like I need a config check command or something. So let's try. I was hoping that would just magically work also. I guess we should double check this really quickly. Yeah, we have it there. I guess we could also do the Helix health markdown. So let's see. Debug adapter is nothing. How can I attach it to that specific one? That's something I've been like I don't know how to do properly. It like say, okay, I want like for markdown, that's great. I want a debug adapter to be this other linter thing, essentially. And I want to keep everything else the same, just not this one. Which I guess I'm trying to do here. The documentation for updating and like sort of doing slightly different things is not that great with Helix. And it's one of my big complaints that I have. I don't want to like add a new language. I want to configuration. Oh, am I missing this? Am I missing the scope? Source dot markdown essentially? Or text dot name in the case of markup languages. Okay, probably that then. So text dot markdown? Lawnmow, hello. You'd have to see if Helix uses the debug adapter protocol. If they do, you can't just add a linter with that. Oh, I was really hoping, because like VS Code, you can get that in there. And it's like, I want, like, which one of these things would it be? In VS Code, you could add multiple language servers, which I think that we can here too. So if I come over here, so I can say, okay, I want language name markdown, and I can do multiple for, because I misconfigured it at one point in time, and I was accidentally running TypeScript. Well, I was accidentally attempting to run Prettier on Rust code, which was not, I believe, what we'd call suboptimal. But that so that's interesting. I wonder. Okay, so did I have scope up here? I don't have scope for any of you. So what was it? It was like scope equals text dot markdown, something like that, maybe. If we do that, I don't think you're really gonna like figure anything out, are you? No. Oh, there's a PR for it. Okay, okay. So basically, I have no choice but to use marksman. I thought maybe. Okay, so this is the PR for multiple language servers. That's interesting. So we could do language server, do that. Oh, an array of them. Nice. Okay, so I can use any single language server. So like, yeah. What I'd like to do is like marksman is decent enough. Marksman works with Helix, but it doesn't give me any kind of linting ability, which it would be nice to know if whether or not my code is correct. Now, if I run this manually, so I do, what was it? It was like the markdown lint, CLI2. Uh, that was a, and it readme. Okay, so we got 3 errors. So if I use this command and I hand it a file, it's three different errors. Yeah, so config check. If I do do formatter, auto format, file types. If I try that, I guess like yeah, it's just probably never gonna work for me because it's using the other one. I don't know how to switch it over to use this one instead of marksman. Which is too bad. But basically, like that's like this is more legal. Uh, so all right. Now there was an inline one, but I don't think that's necessarily what we're dealing with here. Okay, and if we go and we take a look at you, yeah, it didn't really change anything. We still have the debug adapter is none. Text object queries and indent queries are none also. So basically just like none of the really like nice features that you can get from a markdown thing in VS Code, which is too bad. But yeah, it sounds like if we wait for the multiple language servers, then we could potentially get this at the same time, and that would be really nice. All right. How are you doing? Did you Okay, you are out and good, which means we can test you. Let's head to learning.brooksbuilds.com is our deployed application. So if I go to our courses, now preview, and we can see you. Do I have? Oh, right. I don't think there's anything in here. So introduction to you, I'm gonna have to redo. So let me go ahead and add something in here. All right, so I want to create a new article. I need some way to like update an article as opposed to only create. So this will be something like testing new article. We're gonna have to delete all of these and sort of like restart with these. But all right, so we're gonna do introduction. I am text list another item. We can do maybe some Rust code here. We can say something like function main debug low. Let's try that. So if I create you as an article, that successfully creates. I am an author, so I can now go to courses. Let's add this in here. I probably didn't need to put the hash in that. I can remove that article because I don't care about you. So save you. We can go to courses here, preview, and there we go. It looks appropriate for everything. So excellent. So I can reset those articles, delete those, and I think we can sort of like start with what I'm talking about, what I talked about earlier, which is begin to create some content, and then as I run into issues uh, where I need new features, we just add new features for whatever that is. And so now it's gonna be a combination of content and issues creating. So fun times. I think we're gonna start with you because I've been using it a lot recently, and that's because I'm more familiar with it. I'll be a little bit better as creating a course with it. Axum, the plan is still to do Axum as the second one as soon as I create this one. So fun, sort of like fun times. I don't know. I don't think I want to do them simultaneously. Uh, so, with that being said, that means that ticket is all done. I don't think I can do. I can't do like project. Can't control projects with the GitHub CLI. I don't think. So I'll have to do that in my other browser and my other profile just after stream. So perfect. Let's go ahead. Oh, everything's already pushed up because we deployed it. Everything is good there. So with that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it for a day. I need to go off to my day job anyways. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's it. So with that, have a great day, everybody. I will not be here tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm heading into the office, so I'll be back on Thursday morning for wherever I am with this project. So again, yep. Thank you, B4141. Have a great day, you and everybody else, and I will see you all next time. Bye.